Mike Finfer with. Bryce, what is it about you that Joey McKenna would not go down on you, against you?
You know, I actually had a weird feeling that I felt that he wasn't going to go down. Just because if you look at a lot of my matches this year, I haven't really been all that dominant on my feet. And I've done a lot of my winning, or at least get myself in the position by getting ride-outs. And it really takes a lot out of you. You know, I know if I'm getting rode, I almost become claustrophobic, and it's not a good feeling. So I guess they game planned saying a takedown's going to win the match, and ultimately I stopped him from getting a takedown. I wish I got to mine again, but you know, a win's a win at this point.
Over here. Mike Willis, USA Wrestling. Talk about the last 30 seconds where McKenna's trying to lock up that cradle.
Yeah, so that last 30 seconds, I shot in on a shot, and I was almost a little bit too lazy, honestly. I think I could have finished the shot, but sometimes when that short time, you kind of just get in there and hold on to a leg and let the time go. And I knew I was in a pretty comfortable position. There was maybe like a couple seconds where I was like, oh, I better start paying attention, and so I don't give up a takedown. But ultimately, I just wasn't even really sure where the clock was. I think we both were surprised that when we heard the ref blow the whistle, we looked up and it was 0 on the time. And I think I saw it in his eyes too, that we're like, oh, that's the match. We maybe thought there was going to be at least like 5 more seconds left. But ultimately, it's always smart to get in on somebody's leg when you're on the defense.
Brandon Foster, Casper Star-Tribune. Bryce, you know, looking back at that first time with Yanni, getting a rematch, I guess, what was the difference the first time, and you know, what do you have to do different this time? The
first time, I guess I was just surprised by his abilities, his flexibleness, his ability to wrestle in certain positions. So I remember I shot in there, and we got in a minute-and-a-half scramble that I guess I probably wasn't mentally ready for at my 4th match in December. So now just going into it, I felt his unorthodox feel. He's a really unique wrestler, and you know, I'm just looking forward to it. That's been my one loss of the year, and it really did break my heart a lot more than losses have in the past. So it'll be fun to go try to get that back on the national stage.
I have time for about one more question.
I know you talked, I think it was earlier this morning, about one of those pictures with the headband and the bloody forehead and as the national champ. But talk about a little bit about kind of the headband and the hair and the swagger that you kind of walk with, and the confidence that you're walking to into the NCAA finals.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of all fun. Everybody thinks I'm like all about my looks, like in the pretty sense, but I also love the war sense too. I love looking like a warrior. I love when you see pictures of somebody that just has blood and they're just looking awesome. You know, I get jealous of those guys for that. I'm like, I want a picture like that. I want to be able to post a picture like that. So it's fun that I have the head tape on right now, the blonde hair going all wild. It's fun, you know. I want to just look out, and I want people to look out and see something different when they're, because wrestling lacks personality sometimes, and I want to be somebody with a lot of personality. I want, you know, the cameras, the whatever it may be. I want people to look up to. I want kids to, you know, try to help grow wrestling because of a hairdo or a super match, whatever it may be.